Hey guys, I'm Dean Thomas. You're at American Top Team Treasure Coast. Let me show you around. Here it is. When you first walk in, we have our lobby area. It's important for me to set it up so that it's nice and cozy for everybody. I got my couches in here, got my pictures, I got the little flower. Most importantly, I got my pot of coffee. So if you want a cup of joe, you come in here, get a cup of joe. Got the PlayStation 3. It's for the kids play with little PlayStation 3. Some of the adults play with it. But you know, most of the adults, we do all our playing on the mat. But for now, our nice little cozy lobby area where we spend our time when we're not on the mat. And check out the yoga classes on the weekends. We definitely got the yoga going on. We got everybody covered. So if you want to get into yoga, we got that on the weekends. Now, this is my wall of fame. I'm still working on it. We're getting it together, but you see this young man here, Connor Krytoff. This kid was 5 years old. He's the best competitor that we've ever had out here. I mean, he was an animal. So I gave him his own little spot here. And next to that, we have our student of the month. This month, or last month, was my good man, Jay Ciotti, who will be making his fight debut next month. Moving down. These are the young guns. I put together a team, young men and women with unique talents, and some of them are great athletes, some of them are super intelligent. There's 7 of them, and out of the 7, 2 have been valedictorians in their school. Great kids. Moving down, we have our junior champion student of the month, and another one of our fantastic competitors. She was like 4 when she did this, so I give her own little spot on the wall. You know, I try not to have too much equipment. I like for us to work together as, you know, partners, so that we're always in contact with each other, as opposed to, like, you know, working with stuff. I like working with each other. So as you see, even this stuff here, it requires a partner. So this is where we keep our martial arts junk. Oh, this is one of my favorite posters right here. This was UFC 71, Chuck Liddell Rampage. And I actually won submission of the night versus Jeremy Stevens. What I'm most famous for is doing a dance after that fight. And this has been signed by all the guys on that card. So it's pretty special to me. Now, we have our shoe rack here, our rack where we keep all our stuff. And right next to that, we have our attendance cards. And I track attendance. I like to know who's here, who's doing what. Everybody here should have some type of goal, and in order to achieve that goal, you gotta be here. So there's our attendance card. I track the attendance and make sure if you're not here, then I give you a call and get on your case. Now, the most special place in this whole facility is right behind me, and that's the mat area. This is sacred to us. Right here. This is where I produce champions. This is where I make dreams come true. Not me, my staff. This is where my staff, and this is where not only just my staff, but the other students as a team, we make dreams come true. And everything happens here. We got the pads over there for our kickboxing classes. We got the balls down there, the stability balls. But our mat area right here, and it's where we make it happen. Anybody want to come through? I have an open mat, open guard, open arm policy, and right here is where we get it done at American Top Team Treasure Coast. I came back to Port St. Lucie to open my school because this is where I grew up, and essentially I just wanted to give back to the community. Martial arts training is important today because, you know, to me, I feel like it's kind of the glue that holds us together. In martial arts, it teaches you so many different aspects on how to deal with problems and problem solving and patience and being able to go through, you know, different obstacles and do it effectively and efficiently. And all the things that we learn on the mat that we're trained to do, that we go through every day, carry over into our natural life, into our everyday life. So it's important. So to me, I feel like without it, and the other people who train here, without it, we just wouldn't be as stable in our everyday life. The goals for my students are for them to achieve whatever it is that they want to achieve. Whatever the reason that somebody comes here to train, and they're going to have a goal, and it's going to be different from somebody else. I don't think any two people train for the same reason. So it was important for me and my staff that when we developed our program, that we didn't try to enforce what we wanted on the students, but allow the student to get what they wanted out of it, and for us to accommodate them. So if you wanted to lose 10 pounds, we're going to put you in a program to lose 10 pounds. If you wanted to learn self-defense because maybe you were abused and you wanted to combat that, we're going to have a program for that. If you wanted to be a professional fighter, that's where my heart is. So we're going to have a program for that as well. What I enjoy most about my role as an instructor is watching the evolution of a person. When I first started, I was a really shy kid, and I didn't have a lot of confidence. I lived, the majority of my life like that, going through high school, going through all my adolescent years. And it wasn't until I found the martial arts that really brought me out of my shell and enabled me to do things that I never thought I could do. I hold it dear to my heart when I see a person go through that evolution, when they start off one place, and then I gradually see a change in that person. And when I see a couple years later a completely different person, and that means a lot to me as a person and as an instructor.